Is it possible to draw and create an entire comic in 24 hours? Well, I'm gonna be putting that to the test and doing exactly that. And the rules are pretty simple. Basically, I need a plot, a main character, a main villain, a story, and finally at least 20 pages. Will it be possible? Who knows? Alright, so it's currently 11:08 p.m., so that means I have until 11:08 p.m. tomorrow. And right now, I have zero progress on my comic. And so I whipped out my reference and made a quick workout of the front cover. And when I finally finished, you would never guess how long it took. It took me 45 minutes. And if I kept this pace, I'd be done at probably around 3 a.m. And now that I figured that out, I finally started going faster and started to get on pace. So that meant no more getting distracted every 5 seconds and not being a perfectionist. On hour 2, I finally made up the concept and drew it. If you want to see it, you can pause. But since it was hour 2, I was getting pretty hungry, so I got a little bit of noodles and watched YouTube for a bit. But by that time, it was already 2:20. So that means one of my precious hours down the drain. So far, this is my favorite panel. I had to use perspective on this one, even though it's like my second time using it. And I also really enjoyed making this one. And these two are more goofy side, except I still really enjoyed making them and they're pretty darn funny. On hour 4.5, I finally got to page 10, which means that I would be done at 8 to 9 without any breaks. That is way too much. So I realized I had to go way faster than before. So that's what I did, and I started flying by pages. And by the time it was hour 4, I started getting really exhausted, except I just pushed myself to go even further because I didn't want to quit this far into the challenge. And by hour 6, I finally made it to page 16, which means there was only one more paper to go. And that also means I'm almost done the challenge. And by that, I meant 1 hour later, I finally made my comic. After 7 brutal hours of drawing non-stop, I present to you Super Hoops.